Everyone wants to know, how much does it cost per square meter to build a custom home? But the truth is, that number is almost meaningless without context. You could have two identical homes that are 300 square meters each, same floor plan, same inclusions. One is going to cost you 900K and the other one might cost you 1.3. Same house, $500,000 worth of difference. Why? Because the real cost drivers of a custom home aren't just size and finishes. It's site conditions, compliance requirements, design complexity that make or break your budget. Hi, I'm Jazz Singh. Today, I'll be breaking down the hidden factors that drive the true cost of building a home in New South Wales and what can blow your budget to pieces if you don't plan for them. So the first one is size and inclusions. Yes, size matters, and so do inclusions. Every extra square meter means more timber, more plasterboard, more roofing, more labor, and high-end inclusions, stone bench tops, premium windows, designer appliances, they all add hundreds of thousands of dollars. So for example, you could have the same 250 square meter home with standard finishes that might cost you 750K. If you upgrade to high-end stone, custom joinery, floor-to-ceiling glazing, now you're looking at 1 million plus. But here's the kicker. Even if you keep the inclusions the same, the two identical houses can vary by hundreds of thousands just because where and how they're built. That's what most people miss. The second one is site costs, which can be the silent budget killer. The block you build on can make or break your budget. A flat site is going to be cheap. A sloping block, that's where costs tend to start really going up. The industry rule of thumb here is every meter of fall can add around 20 to 25K to your budget. So if your block is falling 3 meters from the front to the back, you could be adding an extra 60K in retaining walls, cut and fill, drop edge beams, and I've even seen hillside builds where site costs alone topped 150 to 200K. If your site is on problem soil, P-class, reactive clay or soft sand, you'll need deeper footings or piers. This is gonna add anywhere between $20,000 to $50,000 without blinking. If you hit rock, you're looking at jackhammers, special equipment, delays, and there goes another 20 to 30K. Access is also very important. If trucks and cranes can't easily get in, you can expect the costs to go up. Tight urban sites and remote rural blocks mean smaller equipment, more manual work, and more manual labor hours. For knockdown rebuilds, demolition in Sydney ranges anywhere between 15 to 40K, and if asbestos is involved, then that could be higher. Plus, you've got utility disconnections and debris removal before you even touch a new house. So the bottom line is, a cheap block isn't cheap if it's sloping, has bad soil, or requires complex site prep. Always budget tens of thousands extra for site works, sometimes even over 100K before you think about tiles and bench tops. The third one is compliance and regulations. These are invisible costs you probably haven't thought of. It doesn't make your house fancier, it just makes it legal. Building on a bushfire prone site can increase costs heavily. Bal 40 can add anywhere from 50 to 100K for upgraded glazing, cladding, and ember protection. If you're in a flame zone, you're looking at over 200K plus. I've seen projects where just the windows jumped by 100K because we had to get them compliant for flame zone. Another one is flood and coastal areas. If you're near a floodplain or the beach, you may need elevated slabs, stronger footings, corrosion resistant fixtures, or cyclone rated glazing. This can add $10 to $15 to your build costs just for the location. Australia's moving to 7-star energy ratings, so this means double glazing, insulation upgrades, solar, rainwater tank. It's great for running costs, but adds 5 to 15K up front depending on the design. Then there are the council and planning rules. Heritage zones might force timber windows instead of aluminium. Some councils require on-site detention tanks, acoustic glazing, or extra reports like engineering, arborist, geotech. Those reports alone are gonna cost you thousands, and the flow-on costs from their recommendations can be even more. So compliance isn't optional. You either pay for it or you don't get approval to build. Then we've got design complexity, the lifestyle premium. This is where dreams can get expensive fast. A simple rectangular house with a gable roof is going to be the cheapest way to build. If you're adding curves, split levels, vaulted ceilings, voids, atriums, you've just added thousands of dollars in engineering, scaffolding, and labor. People also assume that 2 stories is twice the price of a single story. It's not. 2 stories can actually be more efficient since you're stacking floor space on one roof and one slab, but you do add costs for stairs, structural support, and scaffolding. Another one is wet areas and special rooms. So kitchens and bathrooms are the most expensive square meters in the house. The more you add extra en-suites, butler's pantry, wine cellar, theatre, the higher your per square meter cost climbs up. If you've got more customization, so floor to ceiling double glazed sliders, custom made, engineered, craned in, that is going to cost you 5 times as much. Same goes for staircases. A simple pine stair might be around 5 to 6K. Floating timber with a single spine and glass feature staircase, you're looking at more than 40K. This is why high-end custom homes in Sydney often push 5 to 10K per square meter, while simpler builds will sit closer to just below 3K per square meter. It's these design decisions that drive that gap. So to give you an example, if we put all of those things together, imagine we've got a 300 square meter house, 2 stories with mid-range finishes. The base price for that at $3,000 per square meter is around 900K. Now, if we were to add a 3-meter slope, you're looking at an extra 60 to 70K on top of that. But then let's say you've got bushfire rating and we need to make the home Bal 40 compliant. That's another 70 to 80K on top. If you were to upgrade to luxury finishes with a feature staircase, marble in your kitchen instead of engineered stone, that can be anywhere from 200 to 300K additional. So if you combine the slope, the luxury finishes, and the Bal 40 rating, now your cost of 900K for that same home has gone up to above 1.3 million. So you've got the same design, same size, but a difference of over 400K purely from site, compliance, and finishes. That's why cost per square meter means nothing without context. So what actually drives the cost of a custom home? Size and inclusions are just the baseline. If you want to keep control of your budget, here's the play. Get your site properly assessed early, soil tests, slope survey, check bushfire compliance and flood overlays. Work with your designer and builder to match the design to your site. Don't fight it. Be deliberate where you splurge and where you save. Featured kitchen? Sure, but maybe we keep the roofline simple. If you want more no BS insights like this on building in Australia, hit subscribe and check out our other videos where we break down traps, approval pathways, and real world case studies. Don't let your dream home turn into a budget nightmare. Know what really drives the cost and plan smarter.